One of the questions I get asked a lot is, who are you? I have to admit that when people ask me right out, who am I, or to prove my worth, or to tell them about how I go about doing things, I often get discombobulated because it's very difficult to showcase who you are. That's why I do these videos, so that people can get a glimpse of my personality, get a glimpse of what I like to talk about, and the content. The content is a dead giveaway about who I am as a person or what I'm about. But if I truly had to summarize who I was in one word, that word would be spirit. I am spirit first and foremost. Anybody that knows me, people who have interacted with me, will tell you that maybe that's the thing that comes through the most. Not that I'm spectacular, I'm no better than anybody else. Not that I'm greater or even try to be wiser. I am who I am in that I celebrate the spirit within me first and foremost. Today, I want to share with you three things that have helped me on my journey through this earthly realm. For those of you who are spiritually inclined, those of you who are trying to do better, want to do better, or need to do better, I hope that these three gold nuggets will help you. I heard this a long time ago. Don't ask me where, but it stuck with me. You know how you go through life and you find those things that it could be a statement, it could be a phrase, it could be a word, and it jars something within your spirit. It allows you to become spiritually awakened, or spiritually, aware. And these three things have helped me and have been a guiding post throughout my spiritual journey in this realm. The first thing is, you do not need to be affected by others. When you start affecting other people, that's when you will find enlightenment, true enlightenment. True enlightenment does not come by allowing yourself to be knocked off, knocked down, or disposed, or just, be bent out of shape. True enlightenment comes when you realize that you have the ability and power to affect others and affect other people's circumstances and situations. When it stops being about you, and instead of you trying to seek to be understood, and instead seek to understand others, that's the true measure of enlightenment. Think about it. Most of the greats, most of the enlightened masters or enlightened beings that came to this realm, what did they do? They actually focus on other people, whether it's other people's pain, other people's needs, other people's situation or circumstances, and try to help those people become liberated from those things. That's a true measure of enlightenment. When you no longer need anything, but you desire to give of yourself, of your resources, your spiritual resources, and if you happen to have it, your physical resources. You don't need physical resources in order to affect change or bring about change in other people's lives. What you need is a desire to want to help. The second gold nugget, and I got to look at my paper for this because I don't want to get it wrong. You always look for the solution. Don't be the problem. That's me. That's my life. My life has been riddled with problems. I came from Barbados at the age of 23 with a 5-year-old daughter, and it wasn't easy. And I'm not perfect. I've made a lot of mistakes, throughout this journey. You lose friends, you lose people, you're not perfect, you make mistakes. But that's all part of the learning process and all part of the growth process spiritually. If you don't make mistakes, first of all, you're not learning anything. And second of all, there's something that's trying to stop you from growing. So stop and take inventory. Mistakes are a part of life. I don't even call them mistakes because truly believe in the notion that experiences is what this realm is about. We experience things because those things are designed not to break us, but to help us grow. You need to seek the solution always. There are times in my life when I have been knocked down by problems. And there are moments in my life as I grew older and got older. When you get older, wisdom comes with age. It should. I'm not saying it always does. But as you get older, you'll realize something very valuable, that you're not as focused on your problem anymore because you've been here before. You've been in this exact space. It may look different, the problem may be different. The characters in the play may be different, But you've been here before. You've been between a rock and a hard place. You've been in a situation where you don't know head from tails or how to get out of it. But the difference is that this time you know to look for the solution and not focus on the problem. The moment you focus on the problem, you're not going to get the solution as quickly, or it may not be as readily available. The universe is a very unique thing. It has a special dynamic. It comes to your assistance when you recognize that it wants to help you. You need to open up yourself and be aware of this, that the work that needs to be done in you spiritually is in you. It's not outside of you. It's not something that you can snap your fingers or click your heels like Dorothy. It's something that you have to recognize that dwells within your spirit, within your soul. The third thing is ask the right questions. Can I be honest? I am almost 100 years old and I'm now getting this. I'm like, man, if I had asked the right questions at the right time, I could have avoided so many problems. For real. If I had asked the right question to the right person, I would not have been in the predicaments that I found myself in. But we don't ask the right questions. You know, I do that when I was dating in my dating life. I did that. I'd be like, I'd be out and see a guy and I'd be like, okay, are you married? Do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a living girlfriend? Do you have a living boyfriend? I ask the right question. Do you have children? How many children you have? I have friends that don't ask those questions and hence they have problems, right? If you don't see a ring, you assume there's not a ring. It's not the same thing as asking, where's your ring? It's a big difference. Asking the right questions can save you so much trouble, especially in relationships, right? And I'm talking about relationships across the board, whether it's friendships, whether it's you married, a couple, a relationship with your child. Children are tricky. You need to ask the right questions for children because children can be tricky. I was a tricky child, so I know. But asking the right questions can alleviate so much disaster and so many problems. But I have also discovered, and this is truth, that people do not ask the right questions because they don't want to know. Is that you? Did you not ask him the right questions because you really suspected, but the knowledge would have stopped you from getting what you wanted or want? Did you not ask the right questions because you were not needing to know because you had a hidden agenda that actually stopped the process of truth and revelation? Stop yourself. Ask the right questions. If you're not sure about what the right questions are, write them down. Ask spirit to lead you, to tell you what to ask in that moment. Trust your intuition. Trust your spirit. Maya Angelou once said, the very first voice you hear is spirit. Anything after that is you talking yourself in or out of it. If you listen to spirit, you will start asking the right questions because the right questions determine your course and your destiny. I hope that these three things that I pointed out are something that can help you in your journey. I hope that you start putting them into practice and using them in your life and helping you to get unstuck or helping you not to become stuck, which is more important. And continue to celebrate yourself and celebrate the fact that you matter. You matter. And what you do to yourself matters more. I've always lived by the principle, others cannot do for you what you can do for yourself. My name is Ingrid Felton. Thanks as always for visiting the YouTube channel. Thank you for supporting me and supporting what I do here. Share these videos with others. Continue to subscribe, like the videos, continue to leave your comments. And more importantly, if you need to reach out to me, 813-708-9064. 813-708-964. You can leave a message. I always return my messages. Thank you. Bye-bye.